Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Rogers Centre here in Toronto, Canada, the Great White North, home of the Toronto Blue Jays, sitting at 58-74 on the season. They're playing host to our 73-59 first place in the AL East New York Yankees. The Yankees' starting lineup is center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury, followed by left fielder Brett Gardner, third baseman Todd Frazier, catcher Brian McCann, right fielder Aaron Judge, DH Tom Ullman, first baseman Kyle Parker, shortstop Jed Lowry, and second baseman Ronnie Torreyes rounds things out. While on the mound for the Blue Jays is the left-hander who lives down by the bay in a van, Daniel Norris, sitting at 4-2 on the season with a 3.21 ERA in 13 games. Making his way to the plate now to lead off the ballgame is Jacoby Ellsbury, hitting .289 on the season and leading all of the major leagues in stolen bases. The first pitch of the ballgame from Daniel Norris is taken high for a ball. Ellsbury enters this ballgame with 99 career home runs, just one needed for career number 100. 1-0 pitch is ripped into right center field. That'll get back to the track, and he misses it on the jump, and Ellsbury is at second. He's rounding second, heading to third. He's going to be in there easily with a stand-up triple as the throw goes to the plate. And Jacoby Ellsbury leads off the ballgame with a triple, leads all the major leagues with 11 of those three-baggers. So now Brett Gardner digs into the batter's box as the number 2 hitter. Norris sets against the other left-handed batter. And the first pitch is taken for a ball. 94 fastball up and in. 1-0 count. And that runs the 2-2 on Gardner as Norris delivers. That's going to be grounded up the middle into center field. That's a base knock, and that'll bring in Ellsbury as the Yankees jump off to a 1-0 lead on the RBI from Brett Gardner. And now that brings up the 3-hitter in Todd Frazier, third in the American League with 28 home runs on this season. A solid acquisition at the trade deadline for the Yankees. And there goes Gardner, takes off for the second, and he's in there with the stolen base. That's number 40 on the season, and he still has not been caught all year long. And we are in the last day of August. The 0-1 pitch is grounded to third base, fielded by Donaldson, whipped across the infield, and Frazier is retired for out number 1. So Gardner still on second, and Brian McCann comes up to the plate. He's 11 for 29 with a .379 batting average in his 7-game hitting streak. The pitch to him is taken for a ball. 12-6 curve dropped out of the zone. 1-0 count. McCann sets in. Here comes the pitch. As that's taken opposite way, left field back to the track at the wall, and it's caught at the wall. Gardner will tag up the third. He is sliding in there just in front of the throw. So with 2 outs, Gardner gets up the third base, and that brings up Aaron Judge, all 6'7" of them. The pitch to him is cut through for the 12-6 curve, and that's strike 1. Count runs the 2-2 now, all evened out. Norris sets. Here comes the pitch. Swings through the 12-6 curve. He goes down swinging, and Daniel Norris gets out of the inning, only allowing 1 run. So it's 1 Yankees, nothing Blue Jays at the end of the top half of the first. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the first. The Blue Jays lineup is shortstop Jose Reyes, center fielder Dalton Pompey, first baseman Edwin Encarnacion, third baseman Josh Donaldson, DH Danny Valencia, catcher Deanna Navarro, left fielder Andy Dirks, second baseman Devin Travis, and right fielder Chris Dickerson. While on the mound for the Yankees is the left-hander Tyler Olson, 7-6 on the season with a 2.81 ERA, which is very respectable in 26 games started this season. And digging into the batter's box to lead off the bottom half of the first for the Jays is Jose Reyes, rocking the high socks on the day. As Olson kicks, turns, fires. That's chopped a few feet in front of McCann. He'll field this one, whip over to first, and they get Reyes by a step or two as he's retired for out number 1. And that'll bring up now the number 2 hitter in the Canadian-born center fielder, Dalton Pompey, hitting .230 on the season with a .272 OBP, which is not very good at all. First pitch to Pompey, misses the bottom half of the zone, 92-seamer, taken for ball 1. Count runs the 2-2 now on Pompey. Olson sets, turns, kicks, and fires. That's a ground ball to second baseman Torreyes. Ranges over to his right, fields it, and gets Pompey out at first base as he's retired for out number 2. Now that brings up the power-hitting first baseman in Edwin Encarnacion with 27 dingers on the season. First pitch to him. In there for a strike. 92 fastball on the gun. It nicks the down-and-away corner. And now he's got a full count. So the 3-2 from Olsen is swing through the circle change. He goes down swinging, and Tyler Olsen works a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 1. So at the end of 1, it's 1 Yankees, nothing Blue Jays. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the 8. It's still 1-0 Yankees, as nothing has happened in this ball game all game. So Andrew Miller comes in looking for the hold on the Blue Jays. Facing Deoner Navarro, the pitch is chopped foul, and that's strike 1. 0-1 count on Navarro. Miller sets and delivers. That's a ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Larry, whips across the field, and Navarro's retired easily for out number 1 of the bottom half of the 8th. And now they'll bring up the left fielder in Andy Dirks, 0-for-2 in the day with a strikeout and a pop-up in his previous at-bats. Miller sets at the chest. Here comes the pitch, and that's a ground ball past Frazier at third into left field. Guardy's there to cut it off quickly, so Dirks is held to a single as the throw comes into the cutoff man, but Dirks does get on base with 1 out to bring up the 9-hitter, or correction, the 8-hitter in Devin Travis, the second baseman, as Miller sets at the chest. The pitch is chopped foul. That's strike 1, as the runner will have to retreat back to first. So 1-2 count now. Miller sets and delivers. That's check swing. He goes down looking. Devin Travis could not pull the trigger on the fastball, and that's out number 2 in the inning. And the Yankees are 1 out from moving on to the top half of the 9th as Chris Dickerson digs in with runner on first. The pitch to Dickerson is swung on and taken to deep right field. That's back at the track, and it's off the foul pole. That's a 2-run shot for Chris Dickerson, the right fielder of the Toronto Blue Jays, as he puts the Jays up by a score of 2-1. Chris Dickerson, the number 9 hitter, homers off of the shutdown setup man in Andrew Miller, his 10th dinger of the year. And now Jose Reyes digs into the batter's box with 2 outs. Miller sets. The first pitch is taken for strike 1, 95 on the gun. 0-1 count. Miller delivers. Ground ball to first fielded by Parker. Steps in the bag himself, and that's out number 3. But not before the Jays strike for 2 and a Chris Dickerson home run, and it's now 2-1 Jays over the Yankees at the end of 8. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the top half of the 9th inning as Aaron Loop comes in at the Blue Jays bullpen for the 49th time this season. The left-hander will be facing the left-handed bat of Brian McCann, who's 0-for-3 on the day. Loop sets at the chest. Here comes the pitch. First pitch swinging is popped up into foul territory. Back goes Navarro, and he is there to put that one away. So there goes Brian McCann's hit streak. Unless they can extend this game into extra innings, his hit streak is over. And as Steve Delabar comes in to face the second batter of the inning, this is his 60th appearance of the season, and he'll be facing the right-handed bat of Aaron Judge, who's 2-for-3 with 2 singles. The pitch from Delabar, it misses the bottom half of the strike zone. Splitter, 1-0 count. Count runs the 2-0 now on Judge. Delabar sets the pitch, is swung on, taken opposite way. That's back to the track, and Dickerson is there as he tracks it down in the right field corner, right at the 328 sign in right. And now for the last out, they're going to bring in Miguel Castro, their closer, looking for his 28th save on the season. He does have a 6.37 ERA, though. He'll be facing Tom Ullman, the right-handed bat. First pitch to him is missing the strike zone. Little squeeze there, as it's now a 1-1 count. Castro sets and delivers. That's a ground ball to third base, fielded by Donaldson. Whips across the infield, and that's out number 3 of the 9th inning and out final of the ball game, as that is how the cookie crumbles, as the Toronto Blue Jays come away with the victory here A heartbreaking loss for the New York Yankees as they lose in the bottom half of the 8th inning to a 2-run shot from Chris Dickerson. So they won by a score of 2-1 as the Yankees drop to a record of 73-60, and the Blue Jays improve to 59-74. As they are just basically playing spoilers at this point in the season, their chances of playoffs are not good at all. But the Yankees, they are in the midst of a playoff race to either finish first in the AL East or the wild card. And to no one's surprise, Chris Dickerson does get Player of the Game honors, with his one hit being the 2-run shot that puts the Jays in the lead and secured their victory. Brett Cecil gets the victory, he's 9-8. Miguel Castro gets his 28th save, and Andrew Miller gets his first loss of the season. He's now 2-1. As of that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of Yankees Baseball. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.
If you like